Let's go. It is December the 3rd, 2018. You know, I normally don't talk a lot on the Trust the Process channel when it comes to sports, right? Specifically when it comes to sports, I don't talk a lot, right? I kind of just, I've separated that and I leave it to the Tampa 2 Drew channel. I'm on my way home. I just left work, and with the time change and everything, it's getting dark here earlier. Here in Charlotte, like the sun's setting at 5:20. It's ridiculous. So I started thinking, what if I talked about something that I felt like applied to both channels? I watched yesterday's game, and I made a video almost immediately afterwards. And later on, I saw the locker room celebration, right? Where sometimes they'll go into the locker room and they'll show the coaches and the players. Coach will give out a game ball or have some type of message for the team. And it's been a while since I've heard one in the locker room after a game that just kind of had me geek out. Now, when I originally started the Tampa 2 Drew channel, I really wanted it to be more than just some guy talking about the X's and O's and what I think about this team and yada, yada, yada. But this year, that's really all I've been doing, is just kind of talking about the X's and O's and, Jameis this or Dirk or whatever. I haven't really got into the stuff I want to get into, which is the body language of the players and coaches and the interviews and press conferences, the little snippets, the things that you hear, the stories within the story, right? Like Andrew Adams, this dude, right? Where did he come from? Like I want to learn more about Andrew Adams. I want to talk more about this guy, Jevian Elliott, right? Like, where did this dude come from? Well, I know where this dude came from. But do a lot of people know where this dude came from? What he went through? How hard he's had to work to get back on this team again? Even though personally I never think he should have left. I like the dude, but I see him through rose-colored glasses, so it is what it is. So I watched this post-game celebration, whatever. A team that's 5-7 now. Like, what are we celebrating? I don't know. And the last time I really geeked out over something like this was a couple of years ago when the stick carrier movement started, right? When Dirk Cutter addressed the team and he told them to speak softly and carry a big mother effing stick. And then that obviously led to the stick carrier movement. The next year, going into training camp was absolutely just bananas. The hype around this team was just bananas. And then, of course, we were let down. But that's fine. I live for these moments in sports, especially as a Bucs fan. I live for that 2-0 start, the Fitz magic, right? Him coming out in Deshaun Jackson's clothing with the gold chains. I live for that. And I live for yesterday's moment when Dirk Cutter addressed the team and asked them, would you guys like to have Victory Monday? Or would you prefer to work out in pads on Wednesday? Now, if you haven't seen this, I encourage you, if you're a Bucs fan, go look it up, right? Essentially, he's asking his team, do you want the day off on Monday and an easier day of practice on Wednesday? Or would you rather come in on Monday and have a harder practice on Wednesday? I think initially the team didn't really understand what he was asking. But once they all understood, they all together said that they wanted Wednesday. They would rather come into work on Monday and have a harder workout on Wednesday than to take it easy. It says something about this team for me, and it's something that I geek out on. It's something that I love because it's something that is bigger than each individual player. They understand that it's bigger than them. And I've talked about this on the Trust the Process channel, that when it's bigger than yourself, when it's bigger than you, that's when it's special. When whatever you're doing in this world, if it's just about you, that's great. But when it becomes something bigger than you, that's when it's special. That's when you'll do whatever it takes. That's when you won't stop. Ask anybody with kids. You do a lot of things for your kids. Man, there ain't no way in the world I would have done some of the stuff that I've done if it wasn't for my kids. But I have, because it was bigger than me. And that's what I'm trying to set my life up on now, is to create a movement and a status and not even a status, but just a way of living that's bigger than me. That it's not just about me anymore. It's about my purpose and what I want to do in this world. I know it's one little thing, right? It's not that big of a deal, Drew. Come on, you're overreacting. It's a 2-game winning streak on a 5-7 team with absolutely no hope of making the playoffs. Maybe that's what makes it even more special for me. I don't know what's going to happen with the team going forward. They could get blown out next week against the Saints, and then everybody comes back to reality. Or maybe they go on a 4-game winning streak and somehow they miraculously make the playoffs. I don't know. Nothing's impossible, right? Regardless, that's not really what it's about for me. It's about the fact that those guys in that locker room in that moment were saying, it's bigger than me. It's bigger than myself. And I love it. I love working in an environment like that. I love being around people with that type of mentality. That's what I love. And that's why I want to help other people. That's what I want to do. Ultimately, I want to help other people grow. I'm trying to make sure I'm taking care of myself right now, right? I'm trying to grow myself internally. I'm trying to get myself to a point where I can truly help others. But that's what I want to do. I've been thinking a lot about speaking things into existence. I've been thinking a lot about overall what I'm doing, my purpose, what I want to do in this world, my focus, my drive, what inspires me, what really gets me going. And it's that want to see things change. That belief that, you know what, I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if 99 out of 100 people are telling me that this world is lost. I'll work with that one. Anyways, I know I'm kind of going crazy here and I'm going off on a little thing, but that just had me feeling some type of way. I really liked it a lot. It was pretty cool. I totally, like I said, I totally geek out on stuff like that. And so it is what it is. I don't know if I'm going to share this on both channels. I don't know if I'm even going to post this video, because really what I wanted to get into was speaking things into existence and really talking about that mindset. And then it just, I kept going back to this. And I know if I do post this on the Tampa 2 Drew channel, most people, not that I have a lot of subscribers on that channel anyways, but most people are going to be like, dude, what in the world, unsubscribe. So I get it. It is what it is. But I'm just saying, this is who I am. This is what I'm about. I never came to that channel or started that channel with any type of motivation to just talk X's and O's and, oh, I'm about. There's enough people that do that, right? There's enough people that get into that stuff. You know, I'm also not trying to do the 30 for 30 ESPN thing. That's not what I'm trying to do either. But it's the little things in sports that really get me going, the things behind the scenes. Sometimes it's conspiracy and thinking that it's rigged, whatever. But it's just not your prototypical everyday person talking about sports. That's really not what I'm about. So, you know, if this ain't for you, it ain't for you. I get it. But this is really sometimes where I'm going to go. May not always be where I go. You can see with this channel, most of the time I've been talking just regular stuff. But anyways. So that's about all I got. You can see, yeah, I know I'm being a bad father tonight, but I'm lazy and I'm getting Wendy's for the kids. So me myself, I'm doing a nice little intermittent fast / low carb trend this week. So that'll probably be another video that I talk about on Trust the Process, but not so much right now because I don't really feel like talking about that right now anyways. We'll see how I do the rest of the week. I'm 1 day in after an extended fast, and I'm already starving right now. I'm really hungry. Anyways, I'm gonna keep grinding. I'll keep moving forward. I always trust the process, and I will talk to y'all later. I'm out.